Hi guys, this is IGCSE O-Level Chemistry, paper 12, November 2015, question 21. The table gives information about four elements. Which element is a transition metal? So a transition metal, since it's a metal, its electrical conductivity would be good, eliminating option C and D. Its density would be high, eliminating option A, and its melting point will also be high. So this makes option B the correct option for this question. Question 22. The diagram shows elements W, X, Y, and Z in a section of the periodic table. So X represents sodium, Y represents potassium, W represents fluorine, and Z represents chlorine. Which statement about the reactivity of the elements is correct? X is more reactive than Y. X is more reactive than Y. No, reactivity of group 1 element increases down the group. And W is more reactive than Z. So this part is correct because reactivity of group 7 elements decreases down the group. So next, X is more reactive than Y? No. And Z is more reactive than W? No. Next, Y is more reactive than X? Yes. W is more reactive than Z? Yes. This is correct. Next, Y is more reactive than X? Yes. Z is more reactive than W? No. W is more reactive than Z. So this makes option C the correct option for this question. Question 23. Which two elements make up mild steel? Steel is an alloy of iron and carbon. So, aluminum and magnesium? No. Copper and zinc? No. Iron and carbon? Yes. Tin and lead? No. So the correct option for this question is option C. Question 24. The diagram shows what happens when three different metals are added to water. So in X, we've got the metal settling down and bubbles of gas being released. That means reaction is taking place. In Y, we've just got the metal settling down without reacting. And in Z, we've got the metal floating with flame. So Z is a group 1 metal. So let's look at Z first. Potassium is a group 1 metal. Copper is a transition element. Calcium is a group 2 metal. So this eliminates options C and D. So now X is a metal with a high density and it reacts with water. Y is a metal with high density but does not react with water. So X is calcium. Yes, calcium reacts with water. Y is copper. Yes, copper does not react with water. So this eliminates option B as well and makes option A the correct option for this question. Question 25. Which substances do not react together? Calcium plus water produces calcium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Copper plus dilute hydrochloric acid results in a no reaction because copper is less reactive than hydrogen. Sodium plus water produces sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. And zinc plus dilute hydrochloric acid would produce zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. So the only substance that does not react with the acid or water is copper. So the reaction of copper with dilute hydrochloric acid will not result in any product formation, making option B the correct option for this question. Question 26. Iron is extracted from hematite in a blast furnace. Which reaction increases the temperature in the blast furnace to over 1500 degrees Celsius? Calcium carbonate giving calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide? This is decomposition of calcium carbonate. This is an endothermic reaction. It requires heat. It does not give off heat. Calcium oxide plus silicon dioxide producing calcium silicate. This is a neutralization reaction. It is exothermic. It will give off heat, but not a lot. Next, carbon plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide. Now, when carbon burns in oxygen to produce carbon dioxide, this is combustion of carbon, and combustion is always an exothermic reaction. And carbon is added to the blast furnace in order to increase the temperature to over 1500 degrees Celsius. So this is the one. This is an exothermic reaction, and this is a reaction that would result in the temperature increasing to values greater than 1500 degree Celsius. And the last one is carbon dioxide plus carbon gives carbon monoxide. Formation of carbon monoxide is an endothermic reaction. So this will not give off heat. It will require heat. So it will not raise the temperatures of the furnace to over 1500 degrees Celsius. So this makes option C the correct option for this question. Question 27. Which statements about water are correct? Household water may contain salts in solution. Yes, it has got dissolved ions present. Water for household use is filtered to remove soluble impurities. No, it is filtered to remove insoluble impurities. Soluble impurities will be present in the water that comes in the taps of households. Water is treated with chlorine to kill bacteria. Yes, in order to make it drinkable. Water is used in industry for cooling. Yes, water is used to cool in the industry. So since statements 1, 3, and 4 are correct, option C is the correct option for this question. Question 28. Which gas is a pollutant of the air? So argon is a noble gas. It is not a pollutant of the air. Carbon dioxide is present in air but is not an air pollutant as such. Nitrogen is an inert gas. It is not an air pollutant. In fact, air contains 78% by volume of nitrogen. Sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is an air pollutant because it contributes to acid rain and also causes breathing difficulties in humans and animals. Therefore, option D is the correct option for this question. Question 29. Carbon monoxide is an air pollutant produced when petrol is burnt in a car engine. Why is carbon monoxide considered to be an air pollutant? It causes climate change. No, it is a greenhouse gas. Yes, so it will cause climate change, but it is not the reason why it is an air pollutant. It causes the corrosion of buildings. No, this is not true. It is a neutral gas. It is a significant greenhouse gas. It is a greenhouse gas, yes, but not the reason why it is an air pollutant. It is poisonous. Yes, it is poisonous for humans. If carbon monoxide enters the blood, it replaces oxygen binding sites in hemoglobin. It replaces oxygen with carbon monoxide, or if oxygen is not bonded to it, carbon monoxide binds to it. And the binding of carbon monoxide is 200 times more than the binding of oxygen. So if carbon monoxide binds to the hemoglobin, it will not get removed if oxygen is taken in. So it is an irreplaceable gas that binds. It is an irreversible binding. Let's put it that way. So this would cause people to suffocate and die. That is why it is called a poison for humans. So this is the reason why it is an air pollutant, and the reason why option D is the correct option for this question. Question 30. Metals are welded by using the heat produced by burning a gas in oxygen. Which gas could not be used for this purpose? Ethene is a hydrocarbon, it will burn in oxygen. Hydrogen is flammable, will burn in oxygen. Helium is a noble gas, it is inert, it will not burn in oxygen. Methane is a hydrocarbon, it will burn in oxygen. So the correct option for this question is option C,